The clean and jerk is one of the most challenging lifts out there. Or is it? In this video, I teach a complete beginner how to do a clean and jerk in under 30 minutes. And in the process, I teach you the progression that I use for beginners. With that being said, let's get into it.
We're just going to go through starting with a warm-up, and then we'll ease our way from that warm-up just kind of into the movement. The warm-up's a really good assessment to kind of see where your technique's going to be at, where your mobility is as well. But the first thing that we're going to do, we're just going to go with a front squat. So the bar goes up on the shoulders, kind of push the shoulders forward a little bit, and then normal squat. Yeah, and then let's see if we can go elbows as high as you can possibly get them. There you go, good. And then that looks like a good grip. We just want to make sure that our fingers aren't like under the bar and sandwiched between our shoulders. Okay. So that looks good. And you can go loose fingers, you can go full grip, whatever feels most comfortable for you. All right, let's see if we can get those elbows up a little bit more. So you feel how, like, as you go down into the squat, you'll lean forward a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why we have to make sure those elbows stay not just in the same position, because then they're tipping, exactly, right? So you almost have to push them up as you get towards the bottom. There you go. Much better. The next thing that we're going to do is just a high pull. Same grip position, but we want to rotate elbows not here, but elbows pointing out a little bit. Okay. And we keep it close. We're just going to go 5 reps of that.
You need to be like short or like...
Exactly, yeah. It's the same grip that you would use for the front squat. Okay. So usually about there is good.
Like that?
We'll go to 5 reps of that. I think that's 4, 5. Good. Now from there, we do same exact thing, but we're going to turn it over to that front rack position. Okay. And once you get it there, it's not just to the shoulders, but keep pushing the elbows as high as they'll go. Yep, exactly. Good. Now on this next one, let's see how fast we can get those elbows around. There you go. Good. Boom. That's it. That's what happens in the clean. Okay. Now it's about getting our legs to help us do the work, okay, right? So in the clean, when we do it correctly, the legs will launch the bar, and then you do that movement as we move down to catch into the squat. So the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to work on the power position clean. Okay, so this is the first progression in a clean. We're going to find this, which is shoulders in line with the bar. If we were to view from the side, we don't want to be behind, we don't want to be in front. We should have enough knee bend that we can drive up, but not straight legs. Okay, let's go for it.
Just like use my legs and do the same thing.
Exactly. And now let's go ahead in this position, turn your toes out just a little bit. All right, good. Go ahead and dip. Hold that position.
Like this far?
Instead of like an RDL, think more like just a knee bend. Okay. Exactly. And go. There we go. Good. All right, now on this next one, I'm going to have you leave the ground and catch a little lower. Go. Boom. That was it. Once you catch it, I want you to ride it down into the full squat. Okay? Go. There we go. That looked really good. Cool. That is just add a little bit more speed through the elbows, yeah, and transition into that squat faster. Okay. All right. Dip. Go. There you go. Good. All right, let's get that momentum to start with the legs first before you add the arms pulling. Okay. So dip, jump. There you go. Does it feel like it's easier to kind of get the bar moving a little bit from there? Sweet. All right, good. Now the next thing that we're going to work on is the jerk a little bit, so we can start doing the clean and jerk. The main thing here is that we're not really trying to get the bar high. We're just trying to get under the bar fast. So we only really need to get the bar to about eye level, forehead level, and then if we're fast under, we can catch it low. Okay. So it's kind of different than like a lot of bodybuilding style exercises where it is like you're trying to use your muscles to move the weight, right? In this one, we really kind of want to use as little muscle as possible to make it as efficient as possible. Okay. So with that being said, let's work on some footwork first before we go into the jerk. So footwork for the jerk, we should start with that same stance that we were doing our power position clean, maybe a little bit wider. We'll kind of mess around with that. And we're going to dip and hold this position as if you had a barbell there. In the dip, we want to be completely straight up and down, so not leaning forward at all. And then we drive up and hold this split position. In the split position, we should have vertical front shin, bent back knee, and the back heel off the ground. You should feel stable side to side, like train tracks, not like a... It's going to be a little more like out. Yes, but not turned out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, good question. Okay. Exactly. And go. All right, step this front foot out a little further. Keep going. There you go. A little bit lower now. I think we can still step out a little further. There we go. That looks
Very
good.
wide stance.
It's a longer split than a lot of people think that they need. And then whenever we exactly, yeah. And then whenever we recover, we always go front foot and then meet in the middle. And that's to make sure that when you have a lot of weight over your head, you take a big step like that, you'll likely lose that momentum. All right, let's go for another one of those. Think step the front foot out. Good. Push away from this front leg just a little bit, and that's it.
Like that?
Exactly. And recover. Good correction. There you go. All right. You want to try with the barbell?
Sure.
Let's do it. A little bit higher up on the shoulders. Exactly. Now, the main thing here with the barbell is to make sure you don't clock your chin or your nose. So always double chin it like this to get it out of the way. Okay, ready? And dip. Go. All right. Let's step that front foot out a little further. Yep. Back knee down a little bit lower. That's a great position right there. And recover.
Like that?
Exactly. Good. Let's do another one. Elbows up again. Good. Long split this time. Dip. Go. And recover. Oop. That's all right. The front foot first, always. Triple F. Ready? One more time. Dip. Go. That looked really good. How's that feel? That feels stronger? Sweet. All right, recover. I would say like 95% of people, that is like their issue for years, is just making sure that they don't fall forward. Because the more weight that you get, the harder it is to resist that fall forward. But it looks good with the barbell, so we'll see if it changes when we get weight on there. So the next step that we're going to do is a double pause clean. So we're going to start on the ground, or it would be mid-shin if it had plates on it. We're going to pull above the knee, move to the power position that we've practiced, and then go.
Okay. Squat all the way down.
And squat all the way down. Good. Eyes up. There you go. Good. Now we don't have any knee bend here, right? So the tricky part, and this is where it's so valuable to work on this position, is from straight leg knees to knees under bar.
Yeah.
That's how we get there. But we can't, which I just saw you do, we can't lean back too far. All right, we want to still be on top of the bar. All right, good. Let's go ahead and go down to mid-shin. I'll call you through each of these positions, okay? All right, from there above the knee, hold that position. Lean over the bar a little bit more. Feel your hamstring stretched more. Good. Now we go to power position. And go. There we go. Good. All right. Yeah, this time we'll do a jerk afterwards. Eyes up, above the knee, power position. A little too far behind the bar. Lean over. Yeah. A little bit more knee bend. Go. There we go. Then, did you notice those elbows, right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure. Yeah, exactly. They're all the way down. And that kind of little bit of a safety issue because we don't want to clock the elbow onto the knee. It's super important to get those all the way through. Yep. Go. Step that front foot out a little further and then push away from the front leg. Good. That's it. Let's do one more jerk. There we go. Much better. And recover. That looked really good. I was working with a 12-year-old the other day doing these clean and jerks, and she actually gave me the cue that she was thinking about, and I was like, that's a great way to think about it. Yeah.
Smart girl.
Yeah, she's smart. So from here to here, we think chest doesn't move, right? It's just our legs. And then from here, chest moves. But we need to get those knees under. So it's knees forward. That's it. And then we can jump from there. Chest doesn't move, knees forward. Yep, and that's it. All right, above the knee. Eyes up. There we go. Power position. Go. Let's go. Good. Push away slightly. Good. There we go. The next step that we're going to do is instead of pausing from position to position, we're going to do a slow pull. Okay. So the idea is that if you know where to be now we got to see if we can make it fluid as we go through. So what I like doing is 4 seconds from the shin to the power position. Okay. And then go. But it's smooth movement the whole time. And 4, 3. Oh, a little too fast there. Yeah. Let's run that again. Eyes up. Good. And 4, 3, 2, go. There we go. Good. Nice. Let's go. That jerk is like damn near perfect.
Really?
Yeah, that's really good. What I noticed on that one as we started to add some speed to it was tending to go around the knees. Yeah. Got to make sure to get those knees out of the way of the bar first. I would say you could go even more aggressively, knees out of the way. Better. Good. Yeah. And and this is for anybody watching, but there's a couple ways that we can get the knees out of the way. We can go just straight back like that, or if our toes are turned out a little bit in our start position, we can go knees out to the sides and back.
Okay.
And it's less overall movement to the whole body
Yeah.
to clear the road for the bar.
Okay.
So let's bring the heel in, but keep the toe out. Yeah, try that out. Let's take a slightly wider grip too. Try that. All right, and 4, 3, 2, go. There you go. Good. All right, and the jerk. Step that front foot out. Nice. What'd you notice on that clean? I saw you I saw you realize something once you got to here. Did you pick up on what it was? It was not enough knee bend in there.
Yeah.
We need to be a little bit more aggressive with like stay low with our knees. Yeah, so we can go up. That's where we want to be. Yeah. Good. And 4, 3, 2, go. That's it. I feel like you had more knee bend there. That was great. That was a lot better. Sweet. All right, see the jerk. There you go. Let's do another jerk. You feel yourself fall forward just a little bit in the dip. Keep those elbows up here too, because we really want that bar to just be resting on the shoulders. All right, good. Much better. There we go. Sweet. That felt good?
Yeah, that felt better.
Awesome. Why don't we get some weight on there? All right, so we're going to do same exact thing that we've been doing, the slow pull, clean, and jerk. As we go through, we'll kind of just see if any technique starts to break down as the weight increases. If you have questions as we're going through, feel free to let me know. All right, eyes up. And 4, 3, 2, go. There we go. Good. All right. Elbows up. Good. Go ahead. Nice work. Let's take one more jerk. That front knee was kind of like this, so I want you to push away from it. Much better. That feel better? Sweet. You're hitting your positions really well.
Okay.
You're not going around the knees and you're getting enough knee bend. I could see you thinking about it a lot, but for the people that are watching, everybody kind of learns at a different rate, and not everybody is the same beginner, even though you may have never really done the movement before. Because I know you've done plenty of squats, you've done front squats before, and you're used to training through like full range of motion. Yeah. So for you, like getting into the bottom of the clean isn't the tough part.
Yeah.
You know, and getting into a good front rack position isn't really that tough for you to do. So like your beginner level might be a little bit more advanced than somebody who's never lifted before. And so the beginner progression that we're going through right now, starting with the power position clean, the double pause, the tempo clean, and then on the jerk, working with our footwork, maybe pausing in the dip and pausing in the split. We run a 6-week progression in the beginner program, but right now we're kind of condensing that down into 30 minutes, you know, because some people can, you know, move through the progression a little bit faster. Some people may just take a little extra time to work through each of the progressions. So don't worry. You're in the same boat as a lot of people. When I first started lifting, I had wrist problems a lot, but then the more I got through it, I don't even wear wrist wraps 90% of the time. And they just kind of get used to the movement a little bit. Now, there is a little bit of something that you could do, which is in the front rack position. The less that the bar is pulling on your fingers here with the elbows down, the less it's pulling on the wrist here. So if we can get the elbows through a little bit more, it kind of rotates the hand slightly and takes some pressure off. 4, 3, 2, go. There we go. Good. All right, let's see this jerk. Step that front foot out and push away a little bit. Good. Let's go ahead and take one more, leaving that bar out just in front of you a little bit. So drive it back a little bit more. That's it. Almost kind of slingshot you a little bit, yeah? You're good. Go ahead and rack it. The arms should guide the direction of the bar a little bit, mostly to make sure that the bar continues its motion back behind the head, right here, where if it only goes up, you're kind of relying a lot on your like shoulders to be strong enough to support the weight, which makes a bigger difference at heavier weights. But if it's back, we can get a lot of joint stackage, and the bar just rests on, you know, all of our bone. Exactly. Exactly, yeah. I'm not going to count this out anymore. I want you to go through, and without a hesitation when you get here, no stop, just go. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. That was so good. All right, drive it back and stop the bar. Nice. Let's hit one more. You're kind of bouncy once you get there. I want you to be super rigid in the catch. That's it. That feel more stable?
Yeah.
Nice work. One more. You're starting to dip a little bit forward, so keep that chest up in the dip. Push back. Good. All right, cool. So I don't think that we need to spend a whole lot of work on our clean because the clean's looking really solid. But the jerk, I would say, is getting a little bit more inconsistent. And that's the purpose of going up in weight, so we can see what breaks down. Exactly. So what I'm seeing, two things happen is slight balance, not even necessarily like a tip forward, but just leaning forward and the balance there. So really got to stay back on the heel. This is one of the only lifts where you really just want to be more heel pressure rather than like midfoot. Yeah. And then in our split position, you can have the correct footwork and be in the right split position, but be in the wrong place like this, right? So when we land, we also want to be pushing away from that front leg like tug of war and not leaning onto it. Exactly. Yep. A really good cue for that is imagine that you're inside of a telephone box and nothing can move forward or backward except for your feet. Okay. Nice work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Plant that front foot and push away. Good correction. That was great. That makes a difference because if you lean forward at all or if you shift forward, the bar itself will start moving forward. We're really we want to get like sciencey about it. Imagine that this line on the platform, if we're starting there, is a line going all the way up through our body. And anytime the bar breaks away from that line, one way or another, mostly forward, it's going to lead to some sort of inefficiency, right? So whether that's here or whether that's us moving forward, it would be like holding your groceries out in front of you instead of like down by your side. Take another one. There you go. Let's go. How'd it feel? It was good. Yeah. Ology is the best coffee in Tallahassee. I love them so much. Here we go. There we go. Let's go. That looks so good. Fast elbows around. There you go. Great. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's go. Good. There we go. Good. How'd it feel?
I did feel like I was a little more leaned over.
A little bit more leaned over on the front foot. Yep. That was the only complaint I had. Yeah. The clean is looking like you picked up the clean super fast. I think that's oftentimes harder for most people than the jerk. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Same thing. Just try and get those elbows around fast. Push away. Yes. Let's go.
That was good.
These are looking really good. How do they feel?
They feel good.
They feel good? I think you are underestimating yourself. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not seeing your technique break down in any way which would tell me that you're, like, close to a max at all. Like, you genuinely look like you could probably do the 15s on top of this. You want to keep building up? Yeah? Keep going. All right, here we go. Here we go. Nice. Good. So what'd you say there? You said
I feel like I drove away from my legs when I was going up.
Okay, got a little bit away from you. What about on the jerk?
Fine.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more like
kind of lean forward a little bit. Yeah, that was it. We'll take another one here and we'll see one, keep it close throughout the whole thing. Because that's really is gonna be what launches the bar the most.
Yeah.
It's easy with the lighter weights because you can make it look like you're launching it with the legs, but really like the arms are pulling the bar a little bit. But if you keep those arms relaxed and wait till the last second to just whip the elbows around, you can launch the bar a lot higher. That launched it. That was nice. Let's go. That was great. Get those elbows around and get them all the way around. There it is. Nice. Let's go. How'd it feel? Good? Yeah. Say that we can get that front foot out a little further on that one. Other than that, it was good.
It's so weird, like how wide it is.
It's definitely it's not a strong stance.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely you're compromising some strength for efficiency.
Yeah.
So you have to know how to be strong in that stance, and that just comes with time. There's other things that we can do outside of like just doing the jerk to get strong in that position as well. Things like press from the split in that position. Great way to just I mean, you're not going to be able to move that much weight. It's a great way to just work on your time under tension and making sure that you're not changing position. I'm also a big fan of jerk from the split. So you do something like this to work on your balance, which I think would actually be something that would help you a lot because your footwork is usually really good. If you're in the right position, just the balance on that position is a little off sometimes. Let's go. Drive it back. Let's go. That was great. How'd it feel? Nice. Let's bump it up. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's get it. Elbows around fast. Yeah, there you go. Straight up and down. Step that front foot out. There you go. A little wobbly. So you had to step forward with that back leg, right? You feel why?
Leaning over too much, I couldn't like take the foot.
Well, it maybe a little bit leaning forward onto the front, but if the bar itself is in front of the head a little bit, you'll always have to chase it, right? So just take those arms and use them to guide it back just a little bit more. Okay. Remember that one where you kind of like slingshot it and it kind of pulled you back? Not quite as much as that, but just a little bit. Same direction, exactly. Yeah. All right, here we go. You got this. Get those elbows around fast. Good. All right, straight up and down. Drive it back. Push away. Good, there you go. How'd it feel?
Felt better.
Felt better?
I feel this is still.
Yeah, so you did the correct movement with the arms, and then that front foot just was a little bit leaning forward onto it.
Just feel more stable.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, you can make one correction and feel way more stable, even if like not all of it's perfect. Yeah. That's why the split jerk in particular is such a good variation of the jerk. A lot of people are like, should I do a push jerk where you go like that? Or should I do like a squat jerk where you catch all the way down in the bottom of the squat?
Oh, yeah.
All of those are great and potentially maybe more efficient in how little the bar has to move, but it doesn't compete anywhere with the amount of room for error that you can have. Because if you get the bar in the right spot, you can shift forward, you can shift back, you can do all kinds of things to stabilize, and it'll still be a good lift, you know? Because at the end of the day, the goal is just to get the weight over your head. As long as your elbows don't rebend, it's a good lift. You want to call there? Sweet.
I'm exhausted. Oh, fun though.
Yeah, for sure. So you got 100 pounds. First time.
Good. That was definitely harder than I thought though.